All right. All right, I'm back. Should be good. Um, yeah, it's really weird because on my end it looks like you're
So,
on my end it looks like you're offline, but you're clearly not because you're on voice chat. So that's weird.
yeah. I just made myself invisible.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started. You have that information, so you can bring that information up, kind of naturally, role playing wise, um, in the game, whenever you see fit. Um, I have my character Baron has started, or as we've been driving. So we've been driving for about 18 hours at this point. We have just entered Illinois. The next state over is Kansas, and we are basically um, making our way towards to Kansas, Lebanon, um, or Lebanon, Kansas. Sorry, and my we it's basically probably 8 or 9 p.m. and we're gonna go ahead and have to stop soon for dinner because we skipped basically lunch so we could keep driving. So yeah, we're gonna have to pull over somewhere and get something to eat, or we could just eat snacks and park along the side of the road, which Baron is completely up for. He definitely prefers that rather than having to go in town and see people.
I think David most likely would have snacks too.
Okay, we'll just say we pull over. Um, and just we're sitting. We'll probably sit in Alex's truck because it's the biggest one, and
Yeah.
just eat while we're talking. You would also notice probably at this point that Baron is not. I mean, he's usually not talkative, but now he's like really not talkative. Like he's very like reserved and you could tell it's probably easy to figure out that he's upset about his uh our mom and also our dad, in the same, not in the same day, because our mom had died like a week or two prior, but like we were at the memorial and then our dad died, so he's definitely upset about that. But he's definitely he thinks it looks like he's always lost in thought, kind of staring off into the distance while he's sitting in the truck just eating like a can of ravioli or something. So that's a invitation for you, one of y'all to start a conversation because he's probably not going to.
It's
Wait,
about the whole thing yesterday, right?
question. Did we decide what John is his name, Kennedy or Miller? Because I know he's who's
Milo,
okay. So yeah, because he was our mom's
your
brother.
mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'll change the handout then. But yeah, go. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead, Nostra.
I suppose. Oh, it's about what happened yesterday.
I look up like
Yes.
I'm not even paying attention, and I'm like, what? Huh? Sorry. What were you saying?
You're a lot more lost than usual. Something on your mind?
Yeah. I mean, of course, because of what happened, but nothing we can do but keep moving forward and find the damn things that you know. I still think something supernatural happened to mom, but I know y'all probably don't. And I don't. And we know dad, was killed by the ghost, but just I just don't
Now
understand.
that ghost has a vendetta against us.
Yeah, and I just don't understand why it didn't, you know, go after the John, the guy who supposedly was the one that killed her. I'm sorry.
It's fine. No need to
Maybe.
apologize.
Maybe he didn't do it.
What do you mean? There's a trial and everything.
Perhaps he was a patsy.
Well,
Yeah, think
well,
about it.
yeah, but Dad was in that car with him. And he said he was in the passenger seat when it happened. So, the only other person I can think of that would do something like that, I mean, definitely not Dad, right? I mean, he wouldn't. He wouldn't be the one driving and then just let our uncle take the fall for it, would he? I don't
Like,
think so.
how old were you at the time when this happened?
Like 23, 25, something like that. It was 10 years
Think
ago.
about it.
What do you mean?
He
Think
had
about it.
three. He had three kids. Think about.
So, do you think his conscience would have let him do something like that? Not only hurt someone, kill someone, but also put someone in an asylum or potentially prison when it wasn't even them who did it. I just can't think I just cannot imagine that Dad would do something like that.
Or there was a third person in the vehicle, and they're both covering for that person.
I don't know. The way they made it out in the trial is like John was starting to lose his mind when that happened. So I mean, to me, it makes sense, that it, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know.
Making hypotheses,
I mean, that's
as
all we
usual.
can do. We,
Because if it wasn't Dad, then it had to be a third person.
yeah, but who? It's not like well, I'll speak for myself. It's not like me and Mom and Dad had a bunch of people, like friends, just that we go and talk to and hang out with every day. Like, who else would we have? I guess I just want to believe that John accidentally killed someone, or maybe he did it on purpose, whatever. And now he's crazy and he's in an asylum, and that's justice to me. I don't want to believe that my dad had anything to do with that. I look over to um, David when I say that, and I say, I hope you don't want to believe that either.
I will be brutally frank. I cannot say I had to take sides on this. Knowing that the knowing researching the trials was clear when it comes to John's behavior. Yet there's just one question. Why would the ghost go after us anyways? That's the main thing.
Yeah,
But
Right.
I cannot really take sides. I cannot take sides.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, the ghost came after us. If it was just Dad, wouldn't it have just killed Dad and then moved on? Like, don't ghosts, at least, this is what the ghost facers
Don't
say. They move on
rev it
once once they take vengeance upon the person that killed them. They can
when
move
they move
on.
on to
Yeah,
their afterlife.
exactly. So why would they then
Yet
come after
why
us?
would I pursue the entire family? That's
Except
the
for the one
question.
person that was accused of it. So even if he didn't do it, the creature should have, or the ghost should have still at least gone after him.
maybe she didn't get the person that she intended.
What do you mean? What does that even mean? Because it's a ghost. It's not like
Please make sense.
it.
It
I don't.
makes sense, Alex.
Yeah, I don't understand what you mean.
Say there was a third person in the vehicle. What if that third person is dead and she didn't get to kill that third person who killed her, but
So,
she cursed the whole entire family, the bloodline?
yeah, but it still doesn't explain why she wouldn't go after John Miller. He's in our family. He's in our bloodline. He was in the vehicle when it happened.
Church, church grounds, holy grounds.
What, you think the asylum was built on a church ground or something?
Yep.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, ghosts can't really, at least as far as my research is, ghosts can't really cross holy ground without being destroyed, so, or at least severely harmed. So maybe it's as simple as that. But you would think that the person would at least, or the ghost would at least try.
And simply destroy themselves in the process.
Plus, the ghost was pretty powerful because it was able to possess a person, and ghosts don't normally do that. So anyway,
Then explain why it didn't actually go after your uncle, John.
I can't. I mean, I've been spending all
And
my
simply
time researching on where that cult might be if it's not in Lebanon, Kansas, and
Hmm.
I mean, so I that's where I had to focus on that because if I didn't, I was gonna drive myself crazy thinking about mom and dad.
speaking of driving one crazy, I couldn't help but to research about the whole situation about Mom's ashes. But let's just say it was a little detailed, of course. I could try to explain it as best I can, but
Well,
let's just say that her ashes have been taken for something ulterior.
so it's just not some random crazy person that wants to steal our dead mom's ashes.
What if it was intentional? Let's say I've heard certain. I know I have been very skeptical on this, but I will admit I have dabbled in research about it, even even while you were sleeping back then. It seems that human ashes have a tendency to be used by certain groups of people to curse others. If given to someone powerful enough to do so,
What about
who's
that
to say they could
Patrick?
bring somebody back to life?
What about that Patrick guy? I don't know anything about him. Didn't have any time really to research him. I haven't found anything on the internet about him,
I
but
haven't had the time to research him as well. I was squarely focused on it, and of course, I've already written notes on my phone, so if you would like to read them, then here.
I'll take your phone and look at whatever you have and hmm, I don't know. He's clearly some kind of supernatural thing, which to be honest, I wasn't even sure of until I shot at him and he just disappeared behind a gravestone and vanished without a trace. But
Or him reappearing and then disappearing at the very turn of the corner when I first encountered him.
yeah. Hmm. Well, we should get back on the road. It's getting late, and there's a rest stop a couple hours up ahead we can sleep at, and then early tomorrow morning we can be in Lebanon, Kansas.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
I,
400 then.
yeah, I really don't want to drive 24 hours straight, to be honest with you. I did Google
I
Maps it,
suppose.
and it was literally from Florida to Lebanon, Kansas. 24. And by the way, Lebanon, Kansas is an actual real place, Mac. I didn't know that, but it is 24 hours. So
Hmm.
yeah, in some cases it's 25 hours, some cases like 23 hours and 50 minutes, but basically 24 hours. So yeah, I don't want to drive 24 hours. We'll go to that rest stop up ahead, take a nap, and then in the morning, like you said, like 4 in the morning, we'll just start driving again. How's that? I look over to Alex since he's been pretty quiet for the last couple minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Perhaps you could sleep in this Jeep of yours. It seems very spacious, and very practical.
Yeah. Um. gives me more time to do some more research. Look up the uh more of the circumstances of her death.
Okay. Well, don't forget to sleep when we get there too. Anyway,
Won't.
I slide out the back of the Jeep and head for my vehicle. Um, and whoops, why you do that? Why? Okay. Two front. There we go.
And I suppose I'll quietly open the door and walk my way over to my vehicle. Of course, I think mine's like parked a little further off than Aaron's, but I still make it there.
Yeah. So, by the way, our plan as far as our vehicles was to have your car in the. Oh, you did name your car Maryland. Okay. To have
Yeah,
your.
after Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, okay. To have your car up front because it's the fastest. I think we might have talked about this last time, but because your car
Yeah,
is
it
the
was the
fastest,
fastest.
mine is like just a piece of junk, and then if anyone comes up behind us, they'll just see that big tank, basically. So, all right, so
Maryland's fast, but also has an arsenal.
yeah, mine's powerful, so it's not like fast, like it's not gonna win anything, but it's pretty strong and powerful, and it can take any damage thrown at it, basically. All right, so we get back to our vehicles. Now we're going to have to roll either control and or fitness, um, and it's gonna be command to be able to drive and not fall asleep. Um,
Control and fitness.
control or fitness, and the difficulty is two. And command. So looking at my character sheet, it would be control fitness would be duty, and then command would be discipline. So click on discipline, duty, submit. We're at 0 momentum, right? Yeah. So I don't want to crash though. Um,
Mm,
oh, we'll see what happens.
okay. So,
I'm gonna use my focus of composure. Oh, I got my 2. Uh-oh. Alex. It's not very good.
Yep.
mm,
Wait, uh, it's command though, not move. So it's discipline.
Okay.
Because moving it would be for driving, but we're also
mm,
driving and trying to stay awake. So we have to like make sure our brain. Because I was gonna use
Okay.
medicine, but I was like nah. So okay, so either way
I'll
you only got
re-roll that.
oh shit.
ooh two both of you, and I'm stuck in the middle. Yeah, if you want to re-roll yours, Mac, that way maybe you can get 2 instead, and then and you got a complication.
Yeah.
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 This is
I
gonna be
think
interesting.
I stayed up so much for researching the ashes problem that I just eventually everything just get a little fuzzy, and I just suddenly pulled over and it just face plant
Yeah.
into the wheel.
So the good news is if you just failed like Mac, that means you doze off a bit, and the car starts to swerve, but you manage to wake up in time and continue driving, which is good for Mac because she's in that because Alex is in that big truck. But Nostra complication and we don't have any
We
momentums.
don't have any
Yeah.
momentum. Fuck.
So you not only doze off, but you drive off the road, and you're in the front. So I'm going to roll to honk my horn and speed up so that I can like get behind you and wake you up. So hopefully that works. Let's see. This one will be a con, and it's going to be. You know what? I'm gonna say. I guess it would be control too. Yeah. So move and duty, submit. I just need to get 1 success. Focus of composure because I don't want to drive off the road myself. And I got one success. So you hear the honking horn behind you and the lights flashing and my revving engine, and you wake up just in time.
Oh shit!
Now I need you to make a control and so basically the move one, which is con,
Mhm.
and by the way, where are your focuses? Oh, that's your car. I was like, what in the world? I'm looking at the wrong one. Let's
Okay.
see. So yeah, move slash con, and then control. So duty again, and if you have a focus in composure or driving or anything like that, then you can use that. All right, so you got your one. You pull the car back onto the road, and this happened like 30 minutes into, so we still have like an hour and a half before we get to the rest station. So I'm gonna, and I'm also gonna say that we have installed CB radios in our car so that we can just talk to each other without having to dial our cell phone while driving. So I just pick up my CB radio and click it and say, "Hey, Marilyn, you okay over there?"
My apologies. I suppose I had a sudden bout of narcolepsy.
Yeah, it is 10 o'clock and we've been driving for like 19 hours, so it's about right.
Yeah.
Uh, do you do you think you'll be all right, or do you
I
want?
think I'll be. I believe I will be alright. It's already 2100.
Yeah, well, so as I need everyone to make an insight security check. So this will be security is battle and
Mhm.
insight is faith. Um, we're still at the difficulty is 1.
Okay, I passed.
All right, I got 2 successes, so +1 momentum.
Alright, cool.
And Mac, let me know when you.
That is an extra
An
momentum.
extra momentum.
Nice. So we're at 2. So we notice all of us have happened to glance in the back of our rear view, or happen to glance up into our rear view mirror as it gets dark, and we happen to notice a vehicle behind us. Um, and its lights are on, and it's kind of far away for now. It's not like tailgating us or anything. I get back on the radio. Hey, you guys see that back there?
Affirmative.
Yeah.
Far be it for me to be super paranoid, but
Well, you're not paranoid because I believe we can both see it, most likely.
well, yeah.
Yes.
I just mean I
What about you, Alpha?
I
Yes,
just
I do.
I just don't know. You know, just if it starts coming up on us too fast, we might have to take a side road or something. I don't really now that we're fighting these supernatural things. I don't really trust anybody anymore, and not like I did before, but um, it's probably nothing. So a few minutes go by, and the car that's behind us like takes a turn off of the side road. I'm like, that's good. Um, and so we've only got like a few minutes before we get to the rest stop. Um, and I call you, hey David, why don't you head up to the rest stop before we get there, since you're faster, and just let us know if it's clear or if there's anybody there.
Got it. Alright.
So
Pulling you.
So you get to the rest stop. There is a semi that is over there just hanging out, but its lights are off and everything, which is normal for rest stops to have a semi that's, people are sleeping in it because they're truck drivers and that's what they do. But there's no other vehicles in the rest stop. Ignore the vehicles on the screen. That's the only picture I could find of a rest stop at night. So, um, but
Pull
yeah,
to see if it's 100%.
So yeah, that's all you see is just one semi with the trucker sleeping in the cab.
All right, I go over to the radio and just inform everything that I have detected.
All right.
Alice, this is Maryland. There's only a singular semi. Driver's sleeping in the cab.
All right. We'll be there in about 5 minutes.
Understood.
Um, so once we get there, we pull into our parking spots, and I turn off my vehicle, and I back in because in case I have to quickly leave. Um, and then I look around, stretch, and I'm like, okay, we should only sleep for like 4 hours, and then get up in the early morning and make our way um, to Kansas. Um, do you think we should have some kind of lookout, or do you think we're fine here? I'm asking both of you.
Frankly, I'm not so sure. So, I do believe that we could probably have a lookout.
All right, who's volunteering? David, you go to sleep first because you almost crashed. Um,
Touche, but very well.
you know what? I think I'll, because I was the one that didn't almost fall asleep. I'm gonna stay up the first hour or so, and then I'm gonna wake up Mac, and then go to sleep, and then Mac, an hour later you can wake up
Yep.
David. All right. So as you guys are sleeping, I'm just sitting there. Um, when when Alex wakes up and looks around an hour later, he doesn't see Baron anywhere.
He goes, "What the fuck?" So he's not in. His car's not there.
No, his car's there, but he's not. Baron isn't.
He gets up and out of the vehicle, closes the door and locks the vehicle, and looks into his car.
The car has nothing out of the ordinary. Everything looks normal in the car.
He walks over to David and nudge him awake.
And as he just looks over to Alex,
You have a problem. He points to Baron's car.
where
I woke up.
Baron-
I don't know.
and
I
who
woke
you
up. I just woke up. I had an alarm.
Oh,
I thought to come and just in case Baron ended up falling asleep, just in case.
Hannibal.
You know,
I will admit
but Baron's not in his car or anything like that. It's not normal
it's just
for him.
suppose we'll have to look around then.
Roll a inside security to do a perception check. I will say the first thing you notice is the semi is no longer there. That's martial arts.
Oh shit, sorry, like my brain I just misclicked on something.
It's fine. Nice.
Two. Alright, so I guess 3 mode.
Alright, so the difficulty was 2, so Mac, you get us 1 more momentum. You notice not only that the semi is no longer there, but there is an old Honda Accord sitting across from you, facing you. You know how they have, and it's all black with tinted black windows, and it's one of those older models. But you know how the yellow lights on the car It basically has the yellow lights on, the engine's running, but the main headlights are not on, and it's kind of almost directly across from you. Nothing else seems out of the ordinary, but that car is just sitting there.
What? Somebody's gone.
Hmm. Alex gets in his vehicle, knowing that he reverse parked just in case,
Hmm.
and he starts his engine and drives forward right in front of the other car.
Interesting.
Locking him in
Blocking him in.
and get.
So
Yep.
I'm gonna need you to make another driving one. So move, and this is gonna be daring. So justice, move, and justice, and the difficulty is gonna be contested. But I don't have a character sheet for the car, so I'm gonna have to roll my real life dice. And ooh, I got 2 successes, so it needs to be 2 or greater. 2 successes or greater. Don't forget, you guys have momentum.
I'm buying 2 dice.
All right. So we're at 1 momentum.
Because while Alex is going to do that.
Wow.
Oh God. Ouch.
Well, make your do your assist. Do assist for
Yeah.
your car.
Now
And
let me assist because I was thinking like in case something happens, I'm actually cautiously getting into my vehicle, preparing myself to actually intervene if
so
need be.
to assist, it's going to be move and justice because you need good torque more than you need horsepower to be able to get out of from a standing stop. Mac, you
And
roll.
it's a success.
Mac, you roll your assist too. So you, because your vehicle's so big and cumbersome, it's hard to move fast. So as you're like halfway across, the Honda Accord just starts to peel out, heading in this direction. But then the Corvette stops in front of it, and it's basically just so now it's blocked in between both of you. Um, However,
Bewitched.
as that
Yeah.
happens, a red car enters. Whoops, it's a bit big. And
Like
just comes straight for the Corvette.
Alex gets out and smashes the window and go with the driver window.
All right. Do a daring and security. Meanwhile, I am looking for a picture of an old black Honda Accord.
As for me, if the that red car is going to try and ram into me, I would like to try to quickly commit a funny drift to try to get out of the way, and perhaps maybe from the motion that the car is going through, is it possible if I could actually move myself aside and actually end up making the car crash into that Honda instead?
You can try, yeah. That'll be daring and con.
I bet.
And since I'm looking up something, by the way, just tell me, and this goes for any game ever, but just tell me how many successes you get. Don't just roll and wait for me to look at it, because I'm 90% of the time.
I got 1 success.
Okay, 90% of the time I'm looking at other stuff.
Third,
Where in the world is this car picture?
3.
3 successes. And what are you using to smash the window with?
He would have
Like
a
a tire iron or something?
baton. Yeah, tire on
Okay.
in the vehicle.
So you smash it, and you just see a normal looking guy in the driver's seat. And as you do that, he speeds off, and they basically, I'm gonna have to roll two dice. I'm gonna have to roll dice to see if they.
Should I roll for my car to assist my attempts or what?
Uh, did you? No, you drove.
I had one success.
Yeah, you're out of the way, so they're gonna hit. So I just need to roll to see. Ooh, no, they did not
Nice
get out
whip.
of the way. Oh, actually, one of them failed. Let's see if. Nope, they both failed.
Oof.
So basically, head-on collision, and now I am going to. I tell you what. I will if one of you spends a plot point, I will say that they're both. One of them's unconscious, and the other one is dazed, so that you could basically interrogate him.
Yes, I will do that for us.
Okay. Well, you already spent one, so you're at 7. Mac or Nostra, do you want to spend your one?
All right, I'll do it. I
Okay.
volunteer as tribute.
So and
Yeah.
I told Mac this, but I don't know if I told you. At the very bottom of your character sheet, it says advancement points. Just to change it from 8 to 7.
Got it.
All right. So the guy in the Honda is like dazed because he's the one that was going slower, but the guy in the red car is completely knocked out, and both of their cars are pretty much totaled.
Alex goes up to the dude and he says, "I was only gonna park in front of your car to ask you a few questions."
He just groans, clearly dazed and unable to really, um, he in order for him to be able to answer any questions, you're gonna have to wake him up a bit.
All right.
So he decides to pop the trunk to see, look in the vehicle and pop the trunk
All
to see
right.
if Baron's in there.
You don't have to roll for that. You pop the trunk of the Honda. There's nothing in there except for a couple of rusty scalpels and half a bottle of bleach, a roll of duct tape, and a roll of trash bags, like black trash bags. That's it.
Excuse me, what the fuck? Wait. Can I have a look at this, or am I still in my car?
You can get out of your car. At this point, the enemies
yeah.
are neutralized.
Yeah. I'm like,
What the fuck is this
what
dude
the fuck
into?
is this? What kind of sadistic What kind of sadistic violation of Geneva Convention is this?
He, basically, he grabs the driver and puts him in the trunk and
No.
locks him in there.
No. Can I grab him and just drag him to the trunk?
Yeah, no, we'll say both of you. You don't have to roll because he's in such bad condition. You both can easily just yank him out of the car and pull him to the trunk of the Honda. You're not gonna ask him any questions before you just stuff him in there.
Nope.
Okay, and you're putting him in the Honda, right?
Yeah, in the trunk, and then calling the cops.
All right. So you hit 911. This is 911. What's your emergency?
There's been a car accident in the rest stop where we at. The driver thought it'd be a good idea to
Try to ram into one of us. One of the drivers thought it would be a great idea to ram into one of us.
Which rest stop are you at? And you could just make up.
What rest stop?
Just make up a mile marker or exit number. It doesn't matter.
He asked, what exit number was it at? I wasn't really paying attention, brother.
Quickly look up the fucking.
No, just make up a number. It's not that important. It's exit
47.
47. Okay. So he's like, okay. We have a couple of patrol vehicles in the area. They should be there in a couple minutes. And how many perpetrators are there? Two.
There's two. The Honda driver actually thought it'd be a good idea to hop in his trunk.
Okay, that makes no sense.
And the trunk is currently, and it seems that from what we've discovered, their trunk seems to have been full of
evidence of. It looks like
Evidence of
unusual size,
black marketeering
or someone
or
attempting
murder.
to murder her. Yeah.
I see. Well, maybe you should stay on the line until the officer arrives. How many vehicles were involved in this collision?
Two.
Two separate
You guys,
vehicles, or including your
Two
own?
separate vehicles. One
two
Honda.
separate.
Wait, what type of vehicle is the red one?
Um, it's called a Ford generic because I have no idea.
Let me
Or
look up.
generic.
Okay. Yeah, we're the officer is on his way. He should be there in about a minute.
He goes and checks the pulse for the other dude. The
He
other
is
dude's unconscious.
unconscious. Yeah, he is totally unconscious. She said, or the person on the other end says, "Okay, don't touch anybody. Don't touch anything. Just wait for the police, and they'll be there soon."
Okay.
All right.
While we're waiting for the patrol to make their way there, is it possible if I could like investigate around the area, like without touching anything, just look around?
Sure. Inside security, it's going to be a scaled difficulty, so it's going to depend on how far away from the area. Like if you go into the woods, it's going to depend on all that good stuff. But yeah, you can totally do that. Just let me know how many successes you get, because I'm doing other things as well.
I have 4 successes.
Nice.
Plus, he will mention that his brother's missing as well.
Our brother
So,
is also Our brother is also missing.
Yeah,
Oh,
he'll mention it to the dispatcher, and it looks suspicious that that dude is acting weird and our brother's missing.
did you see them take your brother?
No, I was asleep in my vehicle at the time.
You were both
When I woke
asleep.
up to. Yeah.
So a police car rolls in from this side, very slowly, and you will know that there are 2 entrances, one from this side, one from the other side. So but it rolls in, the doors open, and 2 police officers arrive. As for your roll, oh wow,
4 successes.
yeah. So you how, like I said, how far do you like look around in the woods area? Do you look in all the bathrooms? Like how extensive is your search?
Practically everywhere within probably like a radius, like in a general radius.
Like, so just the parking lot? You're not worried about the forest, the building?
Like partially everywhere, as much as I can.
Okay, as much as you can. So I mean, because are you gonna stop looking around when the cops get there, or are you gonna head back a minute? Because it only takes them a minute to get there. So that's why I need to know exactly what you're doing so that I know how much information to give you based on what you're doing.
I'll get back when I get I'll get back when I get the information.
Okay, so you're not worried about the cops then. Okay, so you're walking around. There's several things that are very suspicious. Number one, in the forest area, there's places where cigarette butts are just littered the ground as if, and there's boot footprints on the ground as if a group of individuals have been standing there. And this is over in this direction, so they would have been over here, so they would have been like not too far from your vehicles. You can tell that the boot prints and the cigarette butts are relatively fresh, so within the last like maybe couple of hours. So as far as you could tell, a group of men or individuals were watching you guys. You can tell that in the building there are several doors that are locked that are labeled as like staff only. But you do every once in a while inside the building you do get a little tiny bit of like a drop of blood on the wall or on the door or on the floor. Um, you notice as you're walking around that this cop car was actually just sitting over there, and then once it got the dispatch, it just decided to drive over to you guys, which is very suspicious. This looks like a hunting ground, basically, and you are the prey.
Is it possible I could try to, as the dispatch is going past, is it possible I could try to sneak through the staff doors?
You'd have to pick the lock or break down the door. One's gonna be control, uh, and one's gonna be daring security. Well, one's gonna be control engineering, and one's gonna be daring and security, or fitness or daring. So I guess it depends on how you want to do it. Well, fitness is both control and daring, so duty or justice, either one. And then security or
I'll do
engineering.
justice.
Okay. So basically the daring way.
One success.
You.
And I'll spend 2 points to get rid of the complication.
How much momentum do we have? 4. Okay, so you're at 2 momentum. Yep. You kick it, and at this point, as you're kicking the door, that's when the cop car shows up. One of the men gets out. One of the cops gets out, walks over to Mac, and says, "I was told you had a friend with you." And you can tell both of the officers are looking around.
Oh, he went for a walk to get some air.
Well, we need to talk to him. We need to question him.
He'll try calling him.
All right.
See where he is.
As David is kicking a door, he gets a phone call.
I answer.
You need to come back. Cops need to speak to you.
Alright, fine.
So as the cops see you coming out of the building, they just gesture for you to join them, and they say, "So what exactly went on out here?"
These two didn't watch where they were going.
And they just ran into each other?
Yeah,
Where's the driver of the Honda?
he's in the boot.
Why?
I don't know.
So one of the cops goes to the boot and opens it, while the other one walks over to you two. By the way, put your tokens wherever you are, so I know where you are. If you can't access your token on your character sheet, let me know. You should be able to, though. So where are you guys? Are you guys standing over by my car? Okay. So one cop
Yep.
is like relatively like here-ish, and the other one is over by the boot, or the trunk as normal people call it. And the cop that's over here, as the other cop is opening it and looking and seeing, the man inside, the other cop that's with you guys says, "Why don't you come with us? We're gonna take you to the station. So just get in the back of our squad car. We'll take you to the station. We'll ask some more questions, and then you'll be free to go."
Why can't we simply drive their own vehicles to the station?
Well, they'll be fine
Yeah.
here. They'll be fine here. This is a pretty low crime area. Do y'all want to make a insight security check on
Yeah.
them, or insight command?
Inside,
Yes.
yeah, I need to roll them. I need to see if this kind of this is bullshit. Like, inside security?
Or command? Yeah, either one.
Yeah.
I will say that it is contested though, so they're gonna get 1 success, and they're gonna get 2 successes collectively. So you need 2 successes or more.
Got it.
Oh.
You don't know anything. Okay.
Three.
Plus
3
1
successes.
momentum. Yep. So they've done pretty much since you've called 911. So as far as you can tell, the dispatcher's in on it too, because there's a lot of things that the dispatcher said and didn't say that's not regulation as far as how police procedure.
That's not protocol because
Right.
I think during my time in the Navy, I actually had my fair share with the like basically the NPs act similarly, but just a little differently. So I probably could be aware of their bit of the protocols because of some run-ins. But
Yeah, like you would know that this is highly sus, and
this is illegal.
especially them trying to get you in the car. You definitely think that what that they are actually because as you're thinking this, the cop pulls this other guy out, and you hear him ask, "Are you okay, man?" Like you think they're all working together. In fact, you think that most likely the entire police department is in on it if the dispatcher is in on it. So you're pretty much in a really bad position right now. So you guys need to decide on an action because you're going to be going into initiative soon if you don't.
I put my hand on Alex and I gave him. I try to make sure that my expression is clear as day to what exactly that I know is definitely going to be happening.
Mhm. You actually see,
Alex,
as you do that, one of the cops that's still next to you, he puts his hand on his gun, which is still holstered, but he's like,
He
"Come on,
goes,
guys."
I prefer to get my. If you're gonna take me down to the police station, I want my JAG lawyer.
They just look at each other, kind of because this guy at this point is walking. The other cop is walking towards the other guy, and then he's got this other guy that was in the trunk. He's not cuffed, but he has him like standing next to him, kind of in front of him, so he can see him. The guy who that was in the Honda is still pretty dazed. Um, so, in fact, let me. This is not what he looks like really, because I use this picture for all the bad guys basically in this game in this sessions. But he's like really dazed, and he you could tell that the cop has got his hand on his shoulder trying to steady him, trying to see if he can to see what happened to him. Blood coming out of his nose because he hit his head on the dashboard. So yeah, what are y'all doing?
Because if I ring up my JAG lawyer and tell him the situation, and they say I'm not, I don't have to go in your vehicle.
Roll presence and
and not
command.
and not to mention,
Go ahead, Nostra.
not to mention, attempting to make us go into your patrol vehicle despite the fact that we are fully physically capable of driving on our own to the station to comply with your questions is out of protocol.
Roll an assist on that. So
Okay, what are you rolling?
presence and command. So
Got it.
command is discipline and presence
Power.
is power. Power.
Gotcha.
Yep.
You already got 2 successes from Mac,
And I got nothing.
nothing. So I have to roll on. I'm just gonna roll for the one cop because. Ooh, he got 2, but your 2 beats his 2. I'll roll for the other cop. 2 as well so far. So you've managed to convince them that you have a JAG lawyer, but now they are because you're talking about your JAG lawyer. They unsnap the little belt on their holsters because although they believe you that you will get a lawyer involved, now they're thinking, oh, we better do something because we don't want the law involved, like the real law. So what are you gonna do?
He picks up his phone and rings his best friend, who's a military or police officer, an
As for
MP.
me, I'm going to calmly move on over to my Actually, I have a
Why
weird.
he would?
All right,
Why he
Mac.
keeps
Just in
out of
case.
earshot?
Hold on, Mac. Roll. Let's see. Roll discipline or command and control with a focus of composure and what are you doing, Nostra? Sorry, you're both talking at the same time.
I am calmly making my way to my vehicle. like assuring that I'm simply here to pick up my ID, but in reality,
Right.
I'm actually going to pick up my Glock. Just like I'm going to covertly try to put my hand onto it just in case, and also be at a position to be immediately in cover in case a firefight starts happening.
All right. So because you have a greater distance to walk, you're going to have to roll a basically a fitness or control and con or security, either one. But it's contested against the police.
Got it.
Ooh, one of them rolled two successes. The other rolled, and that's the one going after you, David. And the one going after Alex only rolled one. So basically, you get as soon as the person on the other end of the phone line says hello, this cop draws his
Two
gun.
successes.
All right. So you manage to get to about here when the other cop draws his gun. So now we're going to go into initiative. Um,
Initiative time. Let's go.
so players obviously are going to go first, except I'm actually going to spend a threat to have, or two threat to have. Do I even have two threat? Yeah, I do. To have the enemies go first. So the guy, let's see, he got two. So yeah, he's gonna actually fire at you. So I'm gonna roll. See, he got two successes. So now I'm gonna roll damage. Actually, the way
Wait, am I able to? Am I able to roll to
you will,
out the way?
not really. Like yes and no. So because it's similar to in Star Trek, where if you're firing a phaser
Alright.
or a gun, then it's not contested.
Not to
But
mention, I do have tough.
the way um, I looked at the because I used the Dune character sheet, and the way it does damage is even more abstract than um, the. So basically, it's like unless. So basically, you just unless he gets out like a machine gun and starts going crazy, you only lose one plot or action point or plot point. So after you lose, so I'm gonna open your character sheet to show you. So at the very bottom where it says advancement points, that's what that's HP, but it's also a bunch of other stuff. So once you lose that, you can basically take your action to kind of jump over the hood of this car and get to your car, and that'll be I'm gonna say fitness and security or con, and a difficulty of 1.
Got it.
So basically, he grazed your
Two
shoulder.
successes.
What'd you say?
Two successes.
All right. So you guys are +1 momentum, and yeah, the bullet grazed your shoulder. Like it's painful, but it could definitely be worse. And you managed to
Not
just
to mention,
jump
I've
over.
been toughened up.
Now, as for you, um, the other cop is going to fire, and he misses, even though you're right in front of him. It goes. He's probably super nervous or something,
Yeah,
and
that one has stormtrooper aim.
it just goes off in distance. So now you can go. You have someone on the phone, but someone is trying to shoot you, so you might want to cancel that call. So what is Alex
He go.
doing?
He goes. He goes. I'm at Route 47. Dirty cops.
All right, but you got to physically do something. Talking is a free action.
Yeah. You need to fucking run. Get anything.
He
real
runs.
quick.
Where does he run to?
He runs and um, he's close to Baron's car, right?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
the best place for him to be right now. So that's gonna be a fitness and a con or security as well. Difficulty 1.
So, duty or justice?
Either one. I think they're both fitness in this case.
Yeah.
Whichever's higher. All right, so you got +1 momentum. You get behind the car. So now both of you have cover, so it's going to be a difficulty 3 to hit you. By now, the driver of the Honda is kind of in a better condition. He draws a gun, and he is actually going to fire. He's between both of you equally. He's going to fire at Alex. You can. I'm actually. Yeah, no, I'm not going to spend any threat on this.
That son of a bitch.
And he gets 2 successes, but he needed 3, so it hits my fucking car. And that pisses me off. It pisses me off more than when it hits you guys. All right, so David, what is he gonna do next?
Well, since hopefully I have my gun with me now, pulling out my Glock.
Yeah, it's a minor action to draw a weapon, so we'll say that you just reach into your car and draw your gun.
Yeah, and I'm going to aim at the cop who grazed at my shoulder, but
Okay.
not really go for the lethal damage, but more so utilize the whole learned methods of taking them down, even with a firearm.
All right. Difficulty 2, control and security, or battle and I think it's duty.
I focus on firearms.
Yep.
3 successes.
Nice. So difficulty was 2, I believe. So that gives you guys a momentum.
Yep.
Now, the cop that was closer to you, that shot at you, that you hit.
And also hit me.
Yep. If you want, hold on. Actually, let me read this first because I made it for that reason. Technical task. No. Yeah, no. Alright, so it hit him, takes him down to 1, because apparently that's how damage works in this game. Or it takes him down by 1. It takes him down 1. But they don't have as many plot armor points as you guys do. NPCs have like 2 or 3, not 8. So basically,
like that.
one more hit and he'll be down for good. But he actually is moved to the door, opened it, and gotten behind it as cover. So now to hit him is difficulty 3. The other cop is still standing over here, Alex, and it is actually his turn. So he is going to fire at Alex, but it's a difficulty 3. Oh wow, he got a 1. So he hits you, Alex. So you go down 1 plot armor point. You get grazed in the shoulder. What?
You said 1, right?
1 what?
Isn't it difficulty 3?
Yeah, but he got a critical success. He got a 1.
Okay.
And another 1?
He got a 1 and a 10, and both are... The 10 is a success, and a 1 is a critical.
So 3.
Yep. That's why he hit you. So you just go down 1, and now it is Alex's turn.
He's gonna use his spare key to open his brother's.
Nice thinking. All right, and he gets in. Does Alex have a gun on? He probably doesn't have a gun on him, does he?
No, he's gonna just grab one of the guns from his brother's trunk and use it.
All right. Actually, I will tell you what it is because I have it in my character sheet. You actually find a Marlin 1895 lever action rifle. So basically, it has the accurate, which means you can always re-roll a d20 when you fire it. So who are you aiming at? The cop that's just out in the open, or the bad guy that's out in the open, or the driver of the Honda that's out in the open?
I'm gonna shoot the cop who shot me.
All right. Control and security difficulty is 2 because he has not gotten back to his vehicle yet, even though that is the next thing he is going to do. and I will say if ooh, nice. So you hit him. His health goes down. You get him in the shoulder. One more hit and he'll be pretty much dead. He's gonna actually it's this guy's turn. So this guy is now going to fire at you, David, and it's difficulty 3. And he only
Alright.
got 2 successes, so he hit his own Honda, which is busted up anyway. And now it is David's turn.
Well, since he's shooting at me, I suppose I'll be shooting back.
All right, control and security. Difficulty is 2.
One success.
It goes wide. Good thing you didn't get a complication. You would have hit my car again.
Damn it.
All right, and so now it's this cop's turn. He's in the car. He's closed the door. He yells at his partner, "Get in! Let's get out of here!" And that is going to be his action. So it's Alex's turn.
Can I shoot the tire?
Oh yeah, sure. This is
Oh, better yet,
yeah. Go ahead.
can I shoot him in the?
Who, the cop?
Yeah. Can I shoot the? No, better yet, I'll shoot the tire.
All right. So just so you know, it's going to be a difficulty 3 because it's farther away and you're aiming at something specific. Kind of like when you're if you're shooting with ship and you have to target a certain system, it's a difficulty 3. Just that's the same thing. You're aiming at something smaller in the dark that's further away. So it's going to be a difficulty 3.
Or if can I actually shoot at them in the vehicle? The driver.
Well, the driver hasn't got back in the car yet. He's still like right here. He's going next. He's going to try to shoot you. So I would
Can I
shoot
shoot him?
Yeah. Control and security. Difficulty 2. And you can re-roll.
Oh, this dude.
He's
This
he's further away and he's not even looking at you. The driver of this car, of the cop
the
car,
cop, yeah.
is really close to you. He's like 10 feet away and he's got his gun pointed at you.
Yes.
Like he's coming towards
Good.
you. You should definitely shoot him.
Yep. I'm totally am.
All right.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Don't
You
forget,
can-
you'll have 6 momentum. All right. So
Yeah.
is that your
So
that's your roll, right, Mac? Yeah. So you missed.
Yep.
And now it's his turn, and he's gonna his move action is this minor action, so he's not gonna take aim or nothing, but he is gonna basically run around the car so that he's right in front of you. Difficulty 2 now, and he is gonna fire, and he hits you. So 1 action point or 1 plot armor point down. This one is gonna hit you. So the other one hit you in the shoulder. This one's gonna hit you like in the side. And now it is David's turn.
So anyways, I got pretty pissed off by seeing my half brother get shot.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bust open the little arsenal I have, and I'm pulling out the fucking sniper rifle.
All right. That's going to be your minor action, so you won't be able to aim or use the accurate, but you can fire.
I will fire.
All right. At who? Him?
Yes.
All right. So because
And I'm gonna spend 1 momentum for an extra dice.
all right. And like I said before, because you're doing it quickly, you're not going to be able to aim or use your ooh. Do you want
I'll
to get rid
spend
of that?
2. Yeah, I'll get rid of it.
All right. So
3 minus 3. Got it.
I thought it was 6, 5. Yeah. Okay.
And was the difficulty 2?
Yep. The difficulty was 2. You hit him, and he just falls forward, blood spewing all over Alex as he falls down dead and drops his Glock. This guy runs over to this car, gets in, turns the engine, and they get the hell out of here. Now, you're still in initiative, so if you want to try to hit them while they try to escape with your weapons, you
Yes.
can. All right.
I'm gonna
Yes.
use this sniper. I'm going to use the M24 to bust the wheels.
All right. So you're taking aim with a sniper rifle, if I remember. So you have the accurate.
Yes. Yes.
And normally it would be a difficulty 3, but because it is a sniper rifle and that's what it's for, it's difficulty 2. So it's difficulty 2, and you can re-roll a dice.
Got it. Okay. Duty in battle?
What's that? What'd you say?
Duty in battle?
I. Oh yeah, sorry.
Judy, yeah.
All I heard was "and battle."
Oh my god, I have a that one and
Nice.
4 of 4.
Nice. So what's that? 4 successes.
Yes,
So
and
that.
with a crit.
Yep. So that
Don't
puts you
forget
up
the crit.
to 5 momentum, and you hit the tire. They're still going to keep trying to get out of there, but it's slow now. I mean,
But
you
since
can't.
it's a
You're
crit,
you're not going to be able to run after them, but you could get in your vehicles and give chase if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
yeah,
that.
I'm chasing after that son of a bitch.
All right. So which vehicles are you taking? And
I'm taking mine.
okay, I figured it's the fast one. I will go ahead and tell you.
I will gently set my sniper rifle on the passenger side, but I will keep my Glock with me instead.
I'm gonna jump in my vehicle
All right.
and just drive.
All right. So you guys give chase. Now the Corvette can easily overtake it. However, as you guys get onto the dark road, um, and you see the police car fleeing, um, you see. Actually, roll a insight and security real quick.
Got it. Got it. Perception. Got it.
Difficulty 3. Oof, that's gonna be hard.
Two successes.
I'm looking up something real
Three
quick.
3 successes.
How many did you say,
Alright.
Nostra?
2.
2.
2 successes.
Okay, so you didn't see it in time. However, Mac, you did. But I have to look for something first. There it is. Unfortunately, for Nostra slash David, you didn't see the black van in time.
Oh.
And the black van was coming directly at you at a head-on collision, basically. So, where is it? I saved a frickin' picture here somewhere. There it is. Which doesn't even matter because I've already told you what it is. But basically, as you come out of the rest stop, it just crashes right into you. I'm gonna need you to make a fitness, so you can use either duty or justice, and command roll to see how badly injured you get.
Got it.
Ooh, nice.
3.
So
And a crit. And a crit.
nice. So you're only going to use 1 plot armor point, as your car is. However, your car is not going to fare as well. It's basically going to be totaled. At least the front part of it is. I mean, I think those cars have the engine in the back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But either way, it's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. You get a bloody nose from hitting your nose on the steering wheel, but you're not knocked out, and you don't have any broken bones. And 5 men exit the van. 3 of them are the same kind of black clad bastard that you found that was driving the Honda. One of them is wearing black robes, and the other is a man with jet black eyes, and you can hear and I'll let you decide what you want to do, Mac, in a second. But Nostra, you can hear me, Baron, in the van, even though my mouth is muffled with tape. I'm screaming, "Let me go!" So Mac, you noticed that this van was coming, so you managed to avoid it. Um, but what do you want to do? The cop car keeps going. Do you want to keep pursuing the cops, or do you want to stop and deal with this?
Basically, can
Imagine I was
'cause
stopped, so.
Yeah.
yeah, basically, um, can I hit them guys right there?
No,
The vehicle?
well, no, because I'm sorry, I misspoke a little bit. Your action was supposed to happen before that, so they wouldn't have gotten out of the van until you've already either made your decision, you've already passed, or stopped. So those are your options.
Unless. Wait, I have a terrible idea.
What?
But what if you ram the van instead?
Well, you
Can I ram the van instead?
okay, but if you get a complication, you're gonna run over her car, just his car. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Roll.
I give you my energy. By the way,
Control.
we still have 5 momentum, so if
Control
you want.
and con difficulty 3. So at this point, this guy's still in there, and this guy's still in there. These two guys have jumped out and are about to go after David when you try to ram the van. So roll control or daring and con. Difficulty is 3. And you know what? I'm increasing the complication range to 3 as well. So I now have no more threat.
I'm gonna use 2 momentum.
All right. So you're down to 3.
Back?
Are you gonna roll a focus too, or?
Oh.
Oh,
God.
oh. So 2 of those
You still
are
have.
complications.
You still have. Wait.
Because I increased the complication. You
Yeah.
have 3 momentum. So do you want to get rid of one of those?
Yeah.
All right. So you're down to 1. I don't have any threat, so I could take the threat, or I could say that you hit the car. I'm gonna say you hit the car because I think that's more entertaining.
Rule of cool.
Yeah, you hit both vehicles head on. I take 1. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll a dice to see how much stress I take. I take 1 because I'm already fucked up anyway. So I'm down to 7. Each of the people inside, I will roll to see how many they take. This guy takes 5.
Damn.
He takes a lot, but he's still alive because of what he is. This guy, come on, there we go, is unconscious. He was the driver. This guy is thrown out the side door of the van and hits his head on the concrete and is either knocked out or dead. You're not really sure. Matt or Nostra, I need you to roll a D3 and we'll see how much damage you take.
Got it.
You take 2. So we're back in initiative basically. I can't steal the initiative. So it's between you two. Which one of you two wants to go first?
I'll go.
All right, what do you want to do?
Bloody nosed. Piss the fuck off. So anyways, as a good friend once said, I started blasting.
All right. roll control.
I
Which
do not give a flying shit anymore.
who?
I am going to fucking start blasting.
Which?
And especially when I've been hearing Baron's muffled screams, it just pisses me off even further.
And by the way, so for your weapon, after you roll your to see if you hit, all you have to do is pick a weapon and just click on it, and it will tell you
Yeah.
Glock 17 -4, and that minus is however much stress is taken off. So if you hit one of these guys, they're dead. So make sure you guys hit that one for your damage. So which weapon are you using?
The Glock.
All right, so go ahead and roll control and security, and then just click on the word or the title Glock 17 after that.
Got it. Okay.
And this just
Right,
helps us
control.
to remember the damage because it's not easy to remember with this system. It doesn't use damage dice like Star Trek does. All right, you hit one of these guys, doesn't matter which, and he is dead. You hit him right in the fucking forehead, and he just goes down. This guy draws his weapon, points it at you, and I'm gonna fire. Ooh. He got one success, so he panics and misses you. Mac, it is your turn.
Okay, I pretty much grab the Glock that's in my car
Okay.
and shoot the other dude. So it gives my older brother, my middle brother, the opportunity to go and get our older brother.
All right.
Got it.
So control and security, and then if you hit, click on Glock.
Passes.
I'll be right back. I'm still in the room and I'm still listening, so just tell me what you get. I just have to let the cat out.
2.
Mac got 2 successes.
All right, and then click on Glock. And yep, he dies as well. And this guy is going to get out of the vehicle, look down at this man like, what the hell? The robed cultist looking guy. And then he is going to use telekinesis on Mac. Are you in your truck or outside of your truck?
In my truck.
All right. Well, he's going to use telekinesis on your truck and throw it into the woods. And I need you to roll a d3 to see how much damage you take. I think it's /r space 1d3, I think.
Let me roll for you then. You got. Oh.
Both of you rolled 2. So yeah, you go down
Yep.
to, and let me know when you start getting like real low. So now I am going to do something as Baron in the vehicle. I am struggling to escape. I am going to spend a plot armor point to say that I get my hands free so that next time I can actually do something. And now this guy is unconscious and it's just the demon here. So demon walks over, or the guy with black eyes that you don't know is a demon, walks over towards your car, towards Marilyn. And he's just grinning as he's looking at you. What do you do, David? It's your turn.
Honestly, I feel like all forms of fear has left me, but I am just insanely pissed the fuck off. However, I'm focusing more on Baron than this, whoever the hell this guy is. because I'm going to yeet myself out off of Maryland with a little pad, and I'm gonna go straight for the van.
All right. So you run for the. Oh, there you are. Sorry. You run for the van, and when you open it, you see that I had my wrist tied, but I managed with duct tape, and I managed to just
Actually,
yank them.
wait. Oh wait, I forgot to mention also.
What?
I take the sniper rifle too.
Okay. So you take the sniper rifle. You see.
Yeah, because it was sitting with the passenger seat with me.
That's fine. So I'm there, and what do you do? So moving was the minor action. What's your major action?
I'm going to free Baron as soon as possible.
Okay, so yeah, I have tape in my legs too. So you undo that.
Yeah.
You take the tape
Yeah,
off
I'll
my
do
mouth, and I'm like, oh, thank God, they was about to sacrifice me to release some other bigger demon. So now it's my turn. This guy is
Oh,
going
by the way, and is it alright if I hand over the sniper rifle
to what?
to Baron?
I mean, I don't care for sniper rifles. I mean,
And I'll give him the
Barrett
Glock.
doesn't care for. Yeah, he's a handgun guy. He's not going to do
I'll
any
give
good.
Baron. I'll give Baron the Glock. You'll need this.
All right. So now the cultist has woken up. Says, my lord, they are escaping. What are we going to do?" And that's basically his turn. So Mac, Alex is kind of half fallen out of the vehicle, having been thrown into a tree. What do you do?
Is the vehicle up in the air?
No, it's still on the ground. It's just like the tree is cracked and bent from the and so is a good portion of like the side of your vehicle. So it's not drivable at this moment because demon strength.
He can he still see them?
Yeah.
So he goes into the back and grabs the machine gun and mounts it onto the
All right. So grabbing the
Onto the
gun
vehicle?
and then attempting to mount it is going to be one action. So roll control and security. Difficulty is going to be 1. That's going to be one action because that's going to take a little while. So control, I think, is duty. And then battle. We're battling. Ooh, nice. So you guys are +2 to momentum, so you're up to 3. Right?
Yep.
Why does it say 4, though? Do y'all remember?
Hmm?
It says 4 momentum, but mine says... Did we not... We fucked up somewhere. One of us did.
I think we.
So let's see.
Okay,
So
let's see.
this is 2 successes. That was a shooting thing, so you don't get momentum for that. That's 3 momentum. Don't get momentum for that. This was another shooting thing, I think. Right? Alex's last thing. Yeah, because it says
Yeah.
Glock. So you don't get momentum for that. So where'd the 4 momentum come from?
I fuck. I think that was my fuck up.
It's okay.
I mentally defaulted to every success to be.
Oh, okay. So you're at 3
It was a
momentum.
mental default.
It's cool. You're at 3 momentum. So, you succeed in getting it mounted just as this guy begins slowly moving towards you, and he says, "Come on, you don't really think that's gonna work on me, do you?" And now it's David's turn.
All right, I'm gonna be using. I guess I'll utilize the van as cover, and I quickly nod to Baron.
Yeah,
And is it possible I could snipe the hooded guy?
sure. I mean, he's not too far away. So difficulty 2, and you have your accurate. So if you fail one, you can roll one.
Yep.
Nice. I think that is 2. So yep, you hit him. Do you want to roll re-roll that fail to see if you can get a momentum? It could also get a
Okay, just roll
complication.
one dice.
Yeah. Um,
I think you said it's two, right? So it still hits. So
yeah. So you don't have to roll it
yeah,
if you don't want.
I'm not gonna roll. I'm not gonna
Okay.
roll.
So yeah, you just take his head off. He just goes down, and he acts like he doesn't even
Yep.
care. He just walks. Yeah, -9. Yeah, he's dead. He's gone. He doesn't even exist anymore. So, um,
I lit POV your Lee Harvey Oswald during November 22nd, 1963.
oh jeez. All right, so he is now going to use his. I have to roll for his telekinesis against you, Alex, and oof, he gets 2 crits, so that gives me 2 threat. Finally,
Oh shit.
um, basically before you can use it, he just flings you off the vehicle and into the woods, and you just hit a tree and fall to the ground. And then he turns towards you guys, and it's my turn, and
I'm like luck.
I am actually going to run around the van at him while shooting madly, because that's how I roll. I keep saying I mean Baron, who has who is nothing like me whatsoever.
Well, that is an unnecessary risk.
That is true.
Oh
You know what?
god, you're about to lose some plot armor.
Yeah, you're right. But I am taking a momentum to get a third dice.
Got it. Alright, roll. Ooh, all of them are successes.
Nice. Take me down. I'm at 5 points and 1, 2, 3. So that puts you guys up to 3 momentum again. And I hit him. So, let me. I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, no, I gotta click on one of y'all's Glock.
Oh, well.
All right, so it hits him square in the face, and his face just flies apart. But he just looks at you. He looks like what's his name? Two Face. So the bullet definitely goes in him and out the other side, and he just laughs. Um, we can even see smoke, like black smoke, in his jaw where the bullet went in, like the actual form of the demon that's in him. And he just, as I get to within like 10 or 15 feet, he's like, "Is that all you have?" And then he is just going to basically kick me flying with a super strong kick. And ooh, a crit and a success. So that gives me another threat. And I go flying back and hit the door, and I have to roll to see how much. Ooh, I lose 2.
Ouchies.
I lose
Ouch, you
2.
got three. You're three left. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
I'm down, and I have to go. Let's take a 10-minute break, and I will be back in 10 minutes. And yeah,
Okay, see you then.
yep, see it.
Okay. Uh, um, I have to finish at 10.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Hello there.
Yeah, I have about 20 minutes before I have to hop off.
Oh. Mm.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm back.
Hey, Max got
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Okay, that's fine. We can hopefully finish this in that long. Whose turn was it? Do y'all remember?
I think it was just after you kicked,
Oh yeah.
Aaron.
So after he gets kicked, he's gonna look over to David and just or Alex, whoever's in line of sight, and just be like, "We don't know how to beat him." Um. So now it's gonna be one of yours. So which one of you two needs to go next?
I think it's my turn.
Okay. What are you doing?
Is there some way for me to actually figure out a way, like, figure out inside of the van to actually, maybe?
Figure out what?
Like, is there, like, some way, like, is there a weakness?
Well, in character, y'all don't know what he is yet, so y'all have to figure that out, and then you
Like,
got to
can I
figure
look
out.
around, like, if there's any, like, if this is, like, some kind of supernatural matter, then there has to be something.
Yeah. Roll an insight and science. So the lore one.
Got it?
Man.
Alright, I got a success.
Okay. I'm just trying to find their weaknesses, but I don't see it. Maybe they don't have any. You got one. Well, I'll say that you know that based on the image of his eyes being all black, that he's probably a demon. But beyond that, you don't really know. You know that demons possess people, and in fact, as you're thinking, you can actually see his face start to heal as he gets half of his HP back that he lost. So you know that, but you don't really know any weaknesses or ways to kill him. So what do you want to do? I'm not gonna
Well,
count the insight roll as action.
well, if it regenerates, there has to be a limit to that regeneration, right?
No, the demon's
Am I?
possessing him, so even if you obliterate his body, he'll just possess someone else.
And I guess have to find a way to cripple them first. So is it possible if I could using the cover, like shoot at the legs?
Sure. Are you using a sniper rifle?
Yeah, I.
So,
There, you have my Glock.
yeah.
So I have the sniper.
Alright, so control and security, difficulty 2. Would normally be
Got it.
difficulty 3, but it's a sniper rifle, so it's easy. Or easier. Alright.
Ew.
You hit one of his kneecaps and he staggers, goes, but you can tell, even though it's caused him a bit of pain, um, he's still standing, and he kind of shakes it off and looks around to all of you, and he says, "You really have gotten in over your head, haven't you?" And then he is going to he's going to use his telekinesis to force choke Baron. Ooh, 2 crits, so 4 successes. Because he has a focus in whatever the hell he's doing right now, which is trying to kill people. So now I got to roll to see how much stress points I lose. I could potentially lose all of them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think a lot of us have been shedding plot armor way too quickly.
Yeah. So I got a 3, so that's gonna put me down. So he basically suffocates me to death. So at the moment, I am out, but if someone were to be able to bring me back through, like, or Baron, bring Baron back through, like, first aid or CPR or hospital or just healing or anything like that, then I would be back. But otherwise, if not, then I would be dead, or Baron would be dead. So now it is Alex's turn.
Alex gets up and goes to his vehicle and
Okay.
grabs the machine gun.
All right. That's the movement will be your minor action, so you just need to open fire with control and security. Difficulty is 2. But if you get a complication, you're gonna hit me or David.
Oh, I am in cover though.
Oh, you're still behind the van. Okay. So yeah, you might hit me.
Yeah.
You might hit me, but it might be a worthwhile venture. You eviscerate his body. Roll. Click on the machine gun. Do you have the machine? Do you have a machine gun one on your
I
character
haven't-
sheet?
Not yet. I haven't written it down.
Okay. So we will just say that it's enough.
Probably a lot stronger than my sniper rifle.
Well, yeah, it's enough to destroy like enough of his body.
Turn his body to Swiss cheese.
Yeah. His body falls over dead, and black smoke comes out of his mouth, and is going to go to the unconscious. Was this guy Yeah, he was unconscious. And he now wakes up in him, and he says, "This body, I don't want to be in this body." And he jumps. Well, the car is immobilized because of the tank, so he's just gonna teleport out. And David, you slowly hear slow clapping in the background, and when you turn around, who is there except for Patrick? And he says, "Good work, guys. For not knowing a damn thing about demons, you did a pretty good job."
Assuming from the way that they were generated, there had to be some way to overload that regeneration capability.
As you're having this conversation, Baron is dying.
Yeah, honestly, but if you'll excuse me, I have a brother to stabilize.
It's gonna be the medicine roll. So, Alex, do you want to
Thank God I
assist?
have a focused on first aid.
Yeah.
All right, Alex.
Basically,
you can assist if you want. Does Alex have any
yeah,
first
Alex
aid?
is gonna
No, he's got geology for some reason.
yeah.
You should really change that to
Okay,
something
what should I
makes
roll,
sense.
What should I roll for?
It's gonna
I
be.
know medicine.
It's gonna either be fitness or control.
I'll do fitness because
well,
it's my strongest.
Fitness is control. So, well, fitness is daring or control. So yeah, you can use daring if you want. So daring or justice, I should say, and understand. And you have 3 momentum. All the momentum will be gone next session. I recommend you use it to save my life.
I am going to do what's called a pro gamer move and use all of it.
All right. And yeah, you can assist Mac with fitness or control, whichever one's higher.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna be spending those 2. Can I please re-roll? Because honestly,
I thought you said you were gonna spend the momentum. Why you only rolled 2?
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot. Shit. Oh wait, I
Just
forgot.
just re-roll. Just re-roll and roll the right amount. Don't just
Re-roll.
ignore that.
How
Please.
much do we have left?
No, just re-roll.
3.
Just,
Okay.
So you had
you
3
can
extra
roll,
dice.
Roll 5 dice.
Oh,
Yeah.
5 dice. Got it.
I don't know
bet.
why you rolled
5.
2.
I don't know. Like something happened.
Yeah, there's a drop-down menu and everything. It literally.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3. So I get 3. But I'm just gonna
points
say
back.
I get 3. Yeah, because that's the easiest way to do it. So starting next game, I'll still have 3. unless
Yeah,
Mac is able to. Yeah, I'll still have 3, and I'll be really, really under the weather and sick, kind of how like Mac is with COVID. Um, but
yeah.
I am. Baron is so Baron's not going to be able. First of all, Baron, as he wakes up, Baron's like, ugh, what's going on, David? What, Alex? What's going on? Did we win? What happened?
Whoever that thing is ran like a pussy.
Patrick just chuckles. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, don't worry, he'll be back. He's not done with you guys yet. He wants to find that gun just as much as I do. Except, he didn't know you were actually looking for it until today. So, yeah. Because, that gun could kill anything. But, and then I'm just like laying there coughing blood. um, so, yeah, that is.
Uh,
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
and we are practically stuck on the road because both our vehicles are royally fucked.
Well, Baron is going to actually pull out his car keys and hand it to David and be like, your car ain't going anywhere. Take mine. Mac's car can be repaired. It just needs to be, pulled out of the ditch and stuff. It's mostly just superficial. But your car is totaled. Like, the whole front end is crumpled. Um,
Well, I suppose I could send it over to a friend of mine to Darth Vaderize it.
well, cops are gonna be useless on this road.
Patrick says, yeah, this whole town, this whole area, the entire government, the people, everyone's corrupt here. It's a bunch of rich people that like to hunt people for sport. Unfortunately, that demon named Valkyrie, they were looking for some sacrifices for him so that they could raise Valkyrie's boss from hell. So at least you managed not to be sacrificed today. So that's good.
What if we did a
Or how
helpful
we could.
tip?
It would not hurt to try to figure out how to permanently dispose of Valkyrie.
Patrick says, "Oh, I know how. I've been around for a while, so I stay out of the demon's way, and they stay out of mine. But you could do an exorcism, or if you find that gun, you could just shoot them and they'll die. Exorcism just sends them to hell." He tries to think for a moment. He's like, there's a couple other things you could do, or a couple other weapons that would kill them, but pretty much you just want to avoid demons whenever possible, because one punch from them can kill you. So, and plus they could possess you. You're lucky he didn't just possess you. Speaking of which, there's a symbol that you should get. He tells you the symbol that you should get. I'll actually post it in the chat.
Got it.
You don't have to get it tattooed on your body like on the show, but oh god, why does everything have to be so complicated? There we go. Nope, that's not it. Come on, Amazon, stop being a bitch. So you could just like wear a necklace or whatever, but you want this symbol somewhere on you. Of course, it's not going to post the actual preview, so you have to click on it. But
Okay, got it.
you want it somewhere
I
on,
see it.
maybe a T-shirt. You want it there. You also want to put it probably on your car so they can't get in your car. There's also something called a devil's trap, and he just goes on and tells you a couple of things that you guys could use. He says, but look, this country, this world is full of creatures and monsters like that. So you better brush up on your supernatural lore so that when you encounter them, you actually know what to do next time. And Baron is just going to like kind of lean up against the van, still exhausted, breathing heavily. What's David doing?
I suppose I'll probably quietly begin text, quietly try to wipe the probably drying blood on my nose, and just quietly inform a friend of mine to get my fucked up car at this point.
And what is Alex doing?
He goes and dismounts the machine gun and calls up
A tow truck
one of his best. Yeah.
to get his vehicle out the ditch. Because that big thing, it's gonna take a big truck to move it.
So he's gonna call up his best friend who's worked on it multiple times, and he says, "Hey, come and it needs fixing again."
Again, he goes. Did you take it through the mud again? That thing is not a mudder. It's not a mudding vehicle. It is a tank.
Basically, some idiot thought it'd be a good idea to try and run me off the road.
Oh, so this is a best friend that doesn't know that about supernatural stuff?
He does. He's like, some weird, some
okay.
weird demon. Yeah,
A demon.
He's like the one. He got, yeah, demon. He just threw the truck into the, yeah.
Yeah, they're super strong. They have telekinesis too. All right, yeah, we'll send someone there in a moment, and of course, David, your friend, is also like, yeah, no problem. I'll send someone. But and
Make sure it doesn't. Make sure to make it stronger as well, because I think
mhm.
there might be some situations.
What year is that Corvette?
1968.
68. 68 is the different body style. I think it's 67.
You know what? Yeah, it's 67. Yeah, it's 67.
Stingray.
Yeah. He goes to Baron.
Yeah, go ahead.
He goes to Baron. Oh, I got a weird ass friend who's like obsessed with the supernatural like you.
Baron just grins and chuckles and just shakes his head and he's like, well, at least we're both proven to be right. So.
I suppose you have a friend that's pretty good at vehicles, so just in case anything bad happens, your friend and my friend could together, if that's fine with you.
Yeah.
By the way, the David, your friend is like, well, if you'd stop driving them little convertibles, it wouldn't be so easy for you to get your car totaled.
I mean, this was the first time. I mean,
Oh, okay.
no, it was my first time. You remember how I was in that Honda Civic?
Hmm. Well.
Or that one time while we were stationed in Chicago that we accidentally got into an accident with my '99 Volvo V70 XC, and the car destroyed the one that we impacted, while all mine had was just its bumper torn off, and that was it.
All right. So after a bit of at some point during the conversation, Patrick has vanished again. But eventually, the only way to get back really to the rest stop is to use the van, or you guys could sit and wait. But it'll probably take several hours for the tow trucks and for your friends to get there. So it's up to you.
I mean, wait, can I check if the van is still active?
Oh yeah,
like, is it still drivable? Has that been totaled from the impact, or?
I'm gonna roll for it. Anything under, I'm rolling a d20. Anything under an 8 and it's drivable. It's a 6. So yeah, it's rough. And it won't last longer. It'll last because you guys had just come out of the rest stop when you ran into each other. So the rest stop is only like a couple of minutes down the road. So yeah, you could get, actually you could probably just walk there, to be honest. But either way, Baron is like is gonna give David his keys and be like, I'm in no condition to drive, regardless of what happens to your vehicle, even if it gets repaired. I want you to drive mine until you get yours repaired.
But
But after
Yep.
a moment, um, uh, he's actually gonna start walking back towards to the rest stop.
Aaron,
Oh
are you
wait, with the
sure?
bigger.
I mean, could this van is drivable, so we could just simply have a few minutes rest, especially if what
Yeah,
happened to you. I do not think that it'd be a wise idea to exert yourself like this. All right.
he just shakes
I'll
his
wait with
head.
the cars,
He's
and I'll wait with the. I'll
That's
hop
not a
off.
suggestion, Baron. That's an order.
Baron just stops and like you could see him looking down at his feet, and he looks over his shoulder and he says, "That demon, Foakiri, he said he knows what happens to our mother's ashes." And he just starts crying, like his tears just start coming down his face. He stops at the front of the van and he puts his arm up against the van and puts his forehead on his arm and just can no longer contain his grief, and he says, "I'm not okay, guys. About I know I seem like I am, but with what happened to mom and dad, I'm not okay, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be okay."
You have us. You
He looks over and after you say that, he nods and he says, "Yes, of course. I know. I just me and mom we were really close, and dad, we were just getting back into being a family again when it's just rough, I guess. It's just I've got to work through this, and honestly, I don't know if I can keep doing this supernatural hunting thing. It might just have to be something that you guys carry on without me."
think we will have a.
What'd you say? You cut out at the end.
I don't think we have the ability to go back to a normal life at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I think
suppose
there's any
not.
way backing out of it.
I guess you're right. Even if we tried, Patrick would do something.
And not to mention, whole ghost problem.
Yeah, I we do need to figure out that. Need to figure out all of it, to be honest. But all right, let's
Hop in the
go.
van.
He gets in the van, and Alex, you're waiting with your vehicle.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be hopping off now.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
okay.
gonna look over to Alex and just say, "Watch over mine. Watch
Yep.
over Marilyn. All right."
All right, this is the end. So thank you guys for coming. See you later, Mac. You are free to go. Um, again, thanks for coming. Hope you had fun. There was actually a whole other part that you guys didn't get to. Maybe we'll get to that at another time. The part of like there was supposed to be like a cabin in the woods where they were sacrificing people, and you're supposed to go in there and fight, but y'all just left the rest area and crashed right into the van. But anyway, do you have any
Hey, we
questions?
managed.
Huh?
Hey, we managed to nuke the body with that funny Deus Ex machine gun.
Yeah. So yeah, next game.
Shame about my car.
Yeah, and probably next game, the only car that will, well, he'll, yeah, my car will probably be the only one that's fully running for the next game, because we're gonna, a couple hours later, we'll be in Kansas. The good news is everyone goes back to 8 points except for me. I'm gonna stay at 3. Um, And I'm gonna say, considering everything, um, I'm gonna say that everyone is gonna get a normal milestone. But who would you vote? And you could include my character in this too, because I consider myself more of a player. I was telling Max this earlier, more of a player than a GM, because most of the stuff that I GM is either just randomly generated stuff, or stuff that I've written in my notebook. I don't really go off that too much. But um, which
To be brutally
character?
honest,
Go
I
ahead.
honestly vote Alex to be the MVP of this session.
Why is that?
Deus Ex
Mich-
Machine Gun.
that is a good point. I gotta see who would Mac would vote for. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here so
Who
I can.
would you vote for?
Uh, that's a hard one, cause yeah, Mac did that, but I mean, yeah, cause we can't vote for ourselves. But
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't vote for mine Baron anyway, just because like at the end he like charged at the demon, even though I knew that was
And
suicidal.
practically wasted a plot, basically just
Yeah,
risking life. I mean,
yeah,
even though it was part of the whole plot armor thing, that
yeah.
can't do that.
I guess yeah. I guess Mac